Okay, number 11 is graphing a system of inequalities. So what I like to do is label each of them. So this is line 1, and it's in slope-intercept form. So the slope again is the number in front of x. So m is negative 3/4. The b is the number, the constant at the end, so b is 5. So I would start at b, so I would start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since my slope is negative, I go down 3, but then to the right 4. Now, since this inequality doesn't have the line underneath, that tells me it's a dashed line or dotted line. So I'm going to use my straight edge, make a dashed or dotted line. And then I kind of like, after we put arrows on the end, to kind of say, okay, this was line 1. Line 2 has a slope of 2, so m is 2, and a y-intercept of negative 4. So that means I would go down the y-axis and start at negative 4. Since my slope is positive 2, I go up 2 to the right 1. Since this inequality does have the equal to, that makes it a solid line. So I use my straight edge to draw a solid line. And then this is line 2. Now when we go to graph, we have to shade on the graphing inequalities. So less than means it needs to be underneath, so it needs to be underneath line 1. But greater than means it needs to be above line 2. So here's line 1, so underneath it would be these two areas, but it also has to be above line 2. So this area here is the only one that's underneath line 1 but above line 2. So we would shade in all of this area. Okay, number 12, factor x squared minus 4x minus 21. These are problems that I like to use the diamond method to factor. And again, when we use the diamond method, on top we've got a times c, and on bottom we've got b. So remember, a is the number in front of x squared, b is the number in front of x, and c is the constant at the end. So in our problem here, a is 1, c is negative 21. So if I take 1 times negative 21, I get negative 21. B is the number in the middle, so it's negative 4. Now I need to find two numbers that multiply to get the top, but they also add to get the bottom. So if you think about it, the two numbers you should come up with are negative 7 and 3, because negative 7 times 3 is negative 21, and negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. Now since a was 1, we can go directly to our answer, and since we're factoring a trinomial, it becomes two binomials. We know since this is x squared, we're going to have x here and x here, and then we use our two diamond answers, so minus 7 and plus 3. So x minus 7 and x plus 3.